Good morning. We're going live. Here it is. Time to do the Hump Day Happy Chat. Happy Wednesday. Pushing the go live button on Facebook. 2, 1, boom. Good morning. It's Valerie Shepard at the mobile studio of the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. I'm in my University of California, Irvine office. This is where I spend my days several times during the week because I teach here. And I'm coming to you live for the Wednesday weekly Hump Day Happy Chat. Yay! Thank you for joining. It's my pleasure. Actually, I was going to say it's great to be here, but it's actually a more descriptive way of how I feel when I do these is I feel very connected. I feel excited to share with you. And I love it when you comment and when you connect. And so thank you for that. And it's nice to break up my week with something fun, something expressive, something insight-driven, something in service and support to the planet. So yay, yay, yay. Very good, very good. Yay. Here we go. Hump Day, Happy Chat coming at ya. Okay. So Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. What is self-mastery? We help you master yourself and your life so you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. Sometimes life brings us things that we kind of go, what the? And it's important to be able to deal with the what the. And that actually comes from you. What's going on in this instrument, this magnificent being that you always already are. Like you are that. And bringing from the inside out into the circumstance, the magnificence of you to deal with whatever that circumstance is what I'm all about. It's what has transformed my life, and that's why I teach it. That's why I wrote my book. I'm all about that. And I still play in the putting it on and getting it in the bones, the embodiment of it. So I'm on the journey with you, and I like that too. Yay. Okay, so today, last week we talked about how things can feel raw. That was Hump Day Happy Chat number 37. And it was like, oh my gosh, I was feeling raw. And I can't say that has completely gone away. Hiya, thank you so much for coming. I can't say it's completely gone away. What I can say is I'm using the tools that I teach others to transform the way I'm responding to it, the way I'm allowing it, what it's doing inside me, and how it's impacting, or it's not really impacting, but how it might come out. You know, like I have in my book a picture of something that was supposed to be Pigpen, which is about how we can off-gas stuff from inside of us, and it ends up hurting us and hitting other people. My veil's going. I got to tell you about this veil in a minute, but I got to pull it up because I can feel it sliding down. Okay, isn't that pretty? Don't I look so pretty? It's okay to say you look pretty to yourself. I like it. Okay, so that's a form of self-love. It's not narcissistic. Okay, here we go. Play. I write about this. So play. When do we get to play? I used to say that when I was little because we had chores. Shout out to my mom, Loretta Shepherd Hurst. I love you, Mom. You're awesome. And I wanted to play more. We did play a lot, but I wanted to play more. So here we go. When do we get to play? And this is really important because many of us are conditioned around working hard, being productive. We have these sacred cow beliefs, like when the going gets tough, the tough get going. We have these proving identities, like I have to show that I'm a strong-looking woman or I'm a smart cookie. And all those things rolling around inside us can make play be something that rarely happens, or it only happens after all that productivity stuff has happened first. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about play. There's data You know I love data. Studies show that integrating play and playfulness into whatever you call your work, your mission, your vision, your purpose, can be one of the best things you do to ignite your own passion, your own creativity, and rejuvenate that team spirit in you that can get worn down when things with the team aren't going that well. You can actually rejuvenate that need to connect and that need to fuel into the team some really positive energy coming from the heart space and not the intellect. The heart space and not the intellect. So I say in my book, a play practice is a great way to reinforce an idea that is really central to living happy to be me. What is it? This is it. Pay attention. You don't need to fill your time and your pursuit with a pursuit of accomplishments and credentials and external reward and recognition. You don't. You can, of course, and we're all taught that that's the thing. And then you get to the point where you're at retirement or something, depending on what age generation you're in, you may get that. But here's the point. That's not what you're really here for. You're really here to experience the magnificence that is in you and bringing that out into the world. And that doesn't just happen in the pursuit of accomplishments, credentials, moving the peanut forward, climbing the corporate ladder. It happens in just you being you, the magnificence of you. So to quote a renowned play researcher, like if somebody had told me I could be a play researcher when I was picking careers, I think I would have picked differently. But this is a renowned play researcher. He's also a psychiatrist, Dr. Stewart Brown. This is his quote. Play energizes us and enlivens us. It eases our burdens. I can feel that deeply. It eases our burdens. It renews our natural sense of optimism and opens us up to new possibilities. Believe it or not, play has been a part of the creative and innovation process for a really long time. Dr. Brown and many others are proving how play is important in leadership, collaboration, relationships, education. I love play and I teach it in my classrooms. It's a critical part of getting where we want to go. And here's why. It counters predictability and routine. So in your day-to-day, I guarantee you have predictability and routine. And play actually disrupts that. And it feeds joy and wonder while it's doing it. So you are actually supporting yourself to get where you want to go. You know, I've always been saying that happiness feeds success, not the other way around. And the play is the same way. Play feeds happiness, which feeds success. And play feeds creativity. And it feeds innovation. So the brain, when it lets go of that problem over there in the workplace, and plays with this problem over here, which is, how do I draw this a certain way? Or how do I make music a certain way? It actually is working on both. And the play that I'm talking about is about being lighthearted and free-spirited. It's not about frivolity and goofing off, right? It's not about just doing nothing for the sake of doing nothing, although I encourage you to do that too. And I mix that into my Living Happy to Be Me practice. So here's the idea. Get your playfulness on. How do you do it? You activate the energy of play inside you while you deal with the potentially serious business at hand. I keep sitting on my veil. I'll tell you about this in a minute, I promise. As a little girl, I used to put a towel on my head and pretend it was a veil like this. So I'm just grown up into that little girlness. Haha, think about that. I've just grown up into that little girl's vision. So you activate the energy of play inside you while you're dealing with whatever the serious business is at hand. So this could mean using imagination, something Albert Einstein talks about a lot, unhooking from the conscious intellect, the knowledge-based brain, and getting into the heart, intuition, and imagination-based places within you. That was a mouthful. This could mean using imagination to create a new relationship with an old problem. So imagination can be just a form of bringing play into the situation, getting playfulness into the situation. It could mean brainstorming ridiculous solutions to a problem, only to find that you actually land on the best solution in the process of being ridiculous. Playfulness around problem solving. And also recognizing that that one would not have come up, that great solution that you found in a moment of playfulness or several moments of playfulness would never have come up had you not been a little bit kooky, a little bit crazy with this, willing to experiment and maybe even fail by getting your play on in the moment. So how do you do it? Get your playfulness on. So the ways I like to do it are connecting with my inner child, connecting with what did the inner child like to do? I bet that part is still inside you, wanting to be activated and expressed and listened to. So connect with your inner child. Suspend your disbelief. So suspend the rational, logical mind that wants to tell you it's, ridiculous. It's not going to work. We need to have data. We need to have science. People don't learn this way. It needs to be a certain way. Like suspending your disbelief and allowing yourself to go into that imagined space. And keep engaging your imagination. And here's really important. Let your creativity be wild and free. Let it run. Let it run. We are often in a box of intellect and knowledge and thinking about the way things have to be and in a rut with how we've lived them. And so getting your playfulness on, getting your play on is about freeing yourself from that box and allowing yourself to run wild and free. So some examples of inspiring play. So here we go with why is Valerie wearing this veil? So this veil, some of you may have noticed that on my Facebook page, I post pictures of me in my forms of play. So this is a part of fun, what I call fun self-expression. I'm a member of an international organization called the Society for Creative Anachronism. Shout out to all my SCA populace, and especially my brother and sister-in-law who are Baron and Baroness of a region in the SCA in the Kingdom of Atlantia on the East Coast, the barony of, oh my gosh, it just left my mind, but it'll come back. I can even see the words, brain injury, this is what happens. It'll come back. But shout out to Dietrich Saphir and Corinne. So, SCA, we get to dress up in wardrobe from days gone by, and by days gone by, I mean 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th century, and we create and connect and enjoy. And so you'll see pictures of me doing that. Another form of my fun self-expression, I love shimmer tattoos. I put them on all the time. This box, you can see how tattered it is. Many of the tattoos are gone now, but I love putting them on and wearing them. And what's really cool is when they last for a couple of weeks. But people have seen me with these on. I've had them on my hand. I've had them on my arms. I've had them on my cheeks. So people have seen me with that on. Fun. It's playfulness. Fun self-expression. Another form of fun self-expression for me is archery. I love to shoot. I'm not that good, and that doesn't matter. So this is a real important part of play. So I often say, don't do things that bring stress with the play. So for a lot of people, doing anything competitive would never work because I'm really into winning. And so if I'm losing in a dart match or playing billiards, or if I'm on a formal soccer team, I'm in a competitive mode. That often brings as much stress as the problem. So I wouldn't suggest that. Do things that come with no stress if you're going to when you're going to get your play on. Not if, when you need to get your play on. I would say every day, people, every day. Okay, so self-expression, another one, creative self-expression. This is one of my noisemakers rattles that came from East Africa, and I take it to drumming circles. I'm also taking a West African drumming class with David Halal. So shout out to Sound Connected in Orange County and R. John Morelic and my other djembe practitioners and music makers. Tonight we have a really special practice, and so I'm looking forward to that. So again, I'm not very good, so I'm not doing it to show how awesome I am at drums. I just like drumming. It just bursts me open to myself, and I love it. And I'm so grateful for those who will play with me. But you can also do music in other forms: poetry, painting, gardening, piano. Those can all be forms of play, as long as you aren't putting pressure on yourself to get somewhere with it. Like, I'm not trying to be a concert pianist or join a musical team as a djembe player. I'm not. I just like banging on that thing when I'm at the beat and when I'm with others. And I love the sounds that we make. There could also be fun relaxation. Solitaire, if you like solitaire. If you just want to stare off at the ocean, you can call that play. Shout out to my girlfriend, Lauren Card. We go heart rock hunting at certain beaches here in Southern California. So the whole idea here is that play is a part of divine creation, and you are a part of divine creation as well. And so when you can connect with that aspect of you that is in there just wanting to be loved on, it's in there. It's just wanting you to express it. It helps your own evolution in your soul's journey. It helps your evolution to disengaging from being busy all the time. It's not about that. Your life was never about that. So you can start unraveling that conditioning inside you, because I guarantee you, even with monumental levels of success, there's a way that that conditioning is holding you back. And so disengaging from some of that busyness, engaging your fun and free-spiritedness is really healing, helpful, healthful, part of an awesome wellness practice, and a way that you can live happy to be me. Awesome, awesome. That's it for today's Hump Day Happy Chat. Yay. Oh, noisemaker. Get out and get your play on today. And if you're really looking for some fun play in a really beautiful place, connect with me about the upcoming retreat at 1440 Multiversity called This Is How You Soar. I guarantee you, play is a deep part of that. Many blessings. Thank you for joining us for this week's Hump Day Happy Chat. Blessings from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. And if you have a veil, you might want to put it on today. They're a lot of fun. Look, isn't that just gorgeous? Yay. Happy Wednesday. Bye now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hump Day Happy Chat signing off. Hump Day Happy Chat signing off. Bye.